Hey everyone, my name is Sean Wilson with Secret Gem Travel, and in today's video, we're going to go over the 10 things you must know before cruising with Royal Caribbean. And before we get into the video, I want to say welcome back to all the subscribers and welcome to all the new faces in the channel. This channel is all about giving tips and tricks on how to be a smarter traveler and help guide people to the best places if they do decide that they need assistance with their travel plans. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can always get notified when we post new content. So let's get into it. Number one, pending holds and charges on your credit card. So most clients know that when you're cruising with Royal Caribbean does hold or put pending authorizations on your credit card if you have them on file. It usually ranges anywhere between $90 to $105 per person who has their card on file for that stateroom. And this is to cover you if you place any type of charges on your account during your sailing, or if you anticipate having any payments or anything on the sailing. This does take off the balance that you have in your account. So I don't want you to get on the sailing and then let's say you have only $300 wired on the trip, and then they take $90 per person from you, and you're not able to, either go on an excursion the way you want to or enjoy the sailing the way you want to, because now you have that $90 to $105 charge on your account until 5 to 7 business days after your sailing is over, or sometimes even longer depending on your bank that you have. Number two is paying gratuities in advance before your sailing. Now, people say, I don't want to pay my gratuities until after I know what I've been getting, the services that I get. That is something that I understand for everything except for cruises. Now, gratuities, let's say $75, $90, $48, whatever it is, it is going to be taken from you, or you're going to pay that before you leave and disembark your sailing. So better off to pay in advance, because gratuities can change over time in the travel industry, where it could be $85 a day, but because you didn't pay it and then gratuities change over time, and let's say closer to your sailing date, it's not $80-something anymore, now it's $100 per person for gratuities. If you paid in advance, you locked in that price. If it does change, you don't have to pay it or to pay the difference. So pay your gratuities beforehand. Number three is something that majority of the first-time cruisers do not know, but everything that you purchase on board the cruise is applied towards your sea pass, so you don't want to be paying an extra way, because that will be considered as a tip. And for those who don't know what a sea pass is, for Royal Caribbean, a sea pass is like an onboard debit card that you use for drinks or specialty dining or anything you do on the cruise. It will be applied to your sea pass, which is for your stateroom. So your bill at the end of the sailing will be applied to your stateroom because of the sea pass. So don't pay extra if that's not what you're intending to do by trying to pay an extra way, because it's already going to be applied towards your sea pass balance. Number four is take advantage of your Royal Caribbean app. If you're going on a 3-day sailing or 5-day sailing or 7-day sailing where you have 2 to 3 days on the sea, take advantage of your Royal Caribbean app and see all the things, and scroll through their app and see what they have available on the ship, especially during sea days. Because sea days means that you won't be obviously on the ports or on location in whatever destination you anticipated to be on, but you'll be on the sea. You don't want to stay in your room. No one wants to be on the cruise. Actually, some people will. Some people do like to be in their room during the cruise, but you're on vacation. See what they have available. There might be sushi making classes like we did before, rock climbing, there's dancing, belly flop contests, so many things that have been done on the ship during sea days. So take advantage of the Royal Caribbean app and schedule you a bunch of things so you can have and make the most of your trip. Number five is, if you do not want to spend the extra money on Wi-Fi for every single person in your stateroom, or if Wi-Fi is not that important to you, do not purchase Wi-Fi for every single person. Just go ahead and purchase it for one person. I think when we went on our last sailing, it was $16 per day for Wi-Fi. So a total to be, because it was a 5-day sailing, so 16 times 5 was that $80? Yeah, 80, something like that. So if you purchase that for one person, you can swap it between devices. So you'll log in for one person on the device, and if, let's say, another person wants to use the Wi-Fi, you log in on that device, which kicks out the other device. And if you're not using the Wi-Fi at the same time, there should be no issues. Number 6 is know the difference between each drink package and choose wisely based on the time that you want to have on the cruise. So with Royal Caribbean, there are multiple drink packages, being like regular with just waters and juices. And then there's another one with refreshments where you can get like a souvenir cup with soda, and you can, go get that also throughout the trip. And then there's an unlimited where you can get alcohol included, and you get everything else that's in the smaller drink packages as well. So I would only recommend getting the unlimited drink package with the alcohol if it's a special occasion where you know that you'll be drinking alcohol, or it's gonna be something that you don't want to worry about the price of every drink that you purchase. But be advised that if you do purchase the unlimited drink package that includes alcohol, if the person that is also in the stateroom with you is above 21, they will also be charged that same drink package or added to that same drink package, unless you call them and say there's an extenuating circumstance where this person does not drink and won't be taking advantage of this package. So can you, see it? And that's based on what they can do and accommodate. That's not always guaranteed that they can make that accommodation for you. But usually Royal Caribbean is nice on that. Number 7 is do not pack all beach clothes when you're trying to sail with Royal Caribbean, because Royal Caribbean does have a few days where there's a specialty dining, or you'll have photo ops, which is photo opportunities to take nice, a little bit more upscale photos, and you'll want to buy those photos. Trust me, I did. So don't always pack beach clothes unless you plan on skipping those events or skipping those photo opportunities, because you're gonna want to look a little bit more dressed for those, besides wearing like a t-shirt or some swim trunks or bathing suit. Those aren't the right things for those opportunities. Number 8 is something I feel like is the most important, or very, very important. Know your unlimited dining or free dining option availability and time. And what I mean by that is, if you're going on any Royal Caribbean ship and if you haven't purchased any specialty dining, know when the free dining is available, because you don't want to be caught like someone who came back from an excursion or been busy all day on the ship because you're taking advantage of the free things they have on board. And then when it comes to getting food, you are late to the dining, or they just closed, and now you have to find the secondary option. And usually that secondary option has a long line because there are other people like you in this instance who did not know when the time was. So know the time so you won't be that cruiser who's stuck. Number 9 is purchase yourself a small fanny pack or small bag to put your essential items in. And essential items being your medication, your passport, your documentation, or your CPass, all those things that you want to carry around with you all the time and make sure they don't get lost in anywhere or any situation. Put that in a fanny pack or small bag that you carry on with you on destination of the ports throughout the cruise ship. Purchase that so you can not be in a situation where your travel documents is misplaced, or your CPass, you have to go get a new CPass, which is not really big a problem, but still, keep that in the small bag. Number 10, the last thing you should know before cruising with Royal Caribbean is when you get there on day 1 and embark, when you go check out your room, make sure everything's up to your standards and everything is working the way it should. Like before, you've heard me say that the shower head was not on properly, and they did fix it when we announced it to them. But, make sure that the room is to your liking, the bed is the way you want it. It's not in twins if you want one bed, and vice versa. There's nothing like a crack or anything near your window, or the safe is messed up, or in the bathroom is to your liking. because Royal Caribbean prides themselves on making sure that the standards of the room are to your liking and that all guests are accommodated properly. So don't hesitate to let them know when you feel like there's something in the room that could be better, because if they have the capability to do so, they will make it better for you. And those are the 10 things that I believe that you should know before cruising with Royal Caribbean. And that's all we have for today's video. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right there so you can get notified anytime we post new content. This channel is all about helping you get tips and tricks on how to become a smarter traveler. And if you do find yourself in any situation where you do need help with your future travel plans, don't be afraid to hit that link in the description box and schedule a complimentary consultation call so we can get you there and discover your hidden paradise. As always, safe travels and have a good night.